Hello and welcome to TechteamGB. Today we'll be taking a look at the Zalman Z11 Plus. This is an ATX mid-tower case, has plenty of specifications in the front like the front mesh, the large side panel and included fans. Now on the left or right hand side, depending on which way you're looking at it, this side has plenty of specifications including sizes and anything else you need to know about the case. This includes several fans. You can choose which LED colours you want. Obviously boring notices on the other side, and both front and back are the same. And I'm just going to cut this open real quick. Alright, so this has hard foam on either side, which is good to protect the case, but it's not very shock absorbing, so try not to drop it. And hope your carrier hasn't dropped it either. It also comes with a protective bag over the top and plenty of annoying staticky plastic over the window, as you can see there, and also on the top next to the USB ports. So I'm just going to take the plastic off. So as you can see, the window has a very large bulge, and the side panels have large vents on the side with 80mm fans which intake from the front and then blow into the case. If you have large CPU coolers, the window is very good, like that one. And the case on the top has slanted ventilation, as well as I said, cover. Now there's just a sort of dent to put stuff in at the top. I'm not too sure if this is very effective or not, but I'd personally prefer more space for fans, but it's a nice feature. So also we've got 2 USB 3 ports, a reset button and a hard drive activity light, a power button in the front, headphone microphone jack and 2 USB 2 ports. On the back you can see your serial number. And as I mentioned earlier, the slanted ventilation. On the back you have a 120mm fan, 7 input-output shields, some vent mesh, space for an ATX power supply, and 2 water cooling grommet holes. The side panels are held on by 4 plastic thumb screws. Each PCI cover is welded on, so you're going to need to break the cover off, meaning you'll need to replace them once they are off. Please note that generally speaking you will not use the top PCI cover, so try not to break that off. On the other side there is no bulge besides the fan intake. Again, intakes in the front and exhausts out the back. Inside the case, as I'll try and show you later, there's plenty of space as well. On the front we have a plastic covered area for 4 5¼ inch bays and 1 3½ inch bay, and one 120mm fan intake, which is LED, and generally speaking the LED of your choice. There's also a Zalman logo, silver Zalman logo on the front. The case isn't terribly heavy as well, so if you plan to move this around a lot, it's not going to break your back, especially compared to other big cases. A lot of this case is plastic, that's why it's so light, although the rest of it is made of aluminium. This is the 80mm fan with a Molex connector. This is faced sideways so that it intakes air over the hard drives and then flushes out the back, generally via natural convection. This is your pack with a 8-pin EPS adapter, extension lead, lots of screws, an an installation manual and a PCI bracket. Here it is in close up. There's plenty of wires inside as well. The rear fan is Molex, as well as the two on the side. The front fan is 3-pin. There's also a fan at the top, which means there are 5 fans included in this case. As you should be able to see, there is a large CPU cutout. There is a large hole at the bottom for cable management, for all your power supply wires to go. I prefer grommets, but this works just as well. The USB 3 connection is not an internal header. This is quite annoying, but they do include a PCI bracket with holes in it so that you can pass the wire through the back, although I find that this is very annoying and would rather pass it through, for example, the water cooling grommets. I would have preferred to see a internal 30-pin header. There's space for, I think, 6 hard drives, plus another 3.5-inch drive in the 5.25-inch bays, and as I said, 4 bays, as well as a 2.5-inch drive behind the motherboard tray, which is ventilated, as you may or may not be able to see. This fits ATX and MATX boards. As I said, has large CPU, a large CPU cutout, although for its size it is quite annoying. There's dust filters on the front and the bottom of the case. You can mount, if your power supply is small enough, you can mount a 120mm or 140mm fan on the bottom. On the top, as you can see, there's one fan included. This is in this one, this is green, and in the standard case it is blue, although I believe you can choose your fan colours. On the top you can fit 120 or 140mm fans, and that's 2 of those there. On the back is only 120, and the same with the front, meaning that you have a total of 7 fans available to install. So that is the overall first look of the case. I think personally I would buy this case, but I would rather it had a 30-pin internal connector and a bit better cable management. There are other things that you can improve, but if you're in the market for a mid-tower case that's small, good looking and has good airflow, I'd definitely recommend getting this case. So I think that's it from us here at TechteamGB. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and we will see you all next time.